Hello, everyone. This is the Jeff Cowan coming to you from thejeffcowan.com with my weekly podcast entitled Success in Sales and Life in General. Welcome back, everybody. I appreciate you coming back to listen, and I appreciate you sending your friends in, and I appreciate your emails, your texts, your telephone calls. I just like talking to you. And in talking to you, you've given me another idea for a great meeting today, and here's what it is. A lot of you have been writing in and calling in and saying, Jeff, I'm really struggling with handling the price objection. You know, we negotiate with people, we get it down to a point where we really can't take any more money off, and sometimes I get the deal, most of the time we can't. So what's some thoughts you might have on that? What would be something you might do in the same situation? Well, for the many of you that asked that question, I have been in that situation. I'm in that situation all the time, you know. I mean, I like to build value, and I like to sit here and tell you that I high gross every customer that I talk to, but in reality, in real life, that's just not it. So I've got a way that I've developed and that I was actually taught, and it's worked very well for me over the years. It continues to work well for me, and here's what it is. It's all based on this. Don't lower your price, increase the value. All right, so don't lower your price, increase the value. So what am I talking about here? All right, so you get to a point where you're either not comfortable lowering the price anymore because there's not enough profit or commission in it for you, or you've just reached a point where you're not allowed to because of your margins, or your manager says you can't go any further. So how can you throw some value in there? Well, here's some things. Here's some ideas. Number one, if you have a product where you're putting a lot of time into it, you could simply offer more time. For example, I sell sales training where we send trainers out to businesses, or I go out and I do workshops, or I do webinars and whatever. And so when we find that we are at a point where we can't go any further, I will throw in a free webinar, give it value. You know, we usually charge $2,500 for those. I give it free. It adds a lot of value, and it's usually way more than anybody's asking for. I sometimes offer to give maybe another hour in a private workshop, or if I've got a trainer going to the store, maybe they come in a half hour early, stay a half hour late, something like that. So you can give time. Time might come from another area of your business. You might say, well, you know what? In this project that we did, we set you up for some consultation and some support from our staff. Included in this agreement is 10 hours. We're going to bump that up to 11 or 12 or whatever you can. So time might be something you can do to add value. Now, when I say time, there's another aspect of it as well. Let's say that you've got a product you're going to deliver, you can't get it there for 45 days, and you told them 45 days, or at least you're always smart to over-exaggerate. So let's say you told them 45 days, they want more value. You could say, you know what about, instead of delivering this in 45 days, we could get it to you, that's 6 weeks, what if I could get it to you in 5 weeks? Or what if I could get it to you in 4 weeks? Now, when you go that route, never promise something that you can't do. If you know you can't get it there in 4 weeks, then don't offer. But if you know you can, then time might be a way to add more value. Another way to add more value is product. And this is typically what a lot of people do, because if you own the product, then you know what you're retailing it or even wholesaling it for is always above what you actually paid to get the product made or to get it developed. So giving away product is an easy way to add value without giving away a whole lot. So for example, my product is training, so I might throw in a couple books here or there. I might throw in maybe a little bit more training or another category. So let's say somebody calls us up and they want our closing series. I might throw in the handling objections if I thought that was going to take to get the deal. If you're dealing in furniture, maybe, for example, I used to do this when I was in the furniture business. They bought a whole living room set for their house. There really wasn't any place to go. Maybe I could throw in a lamp, or maybe I could throw in 2 lamps, or maybe I could throw in a picture. When I was selling bedding, kind of the same thing. You invest in the bedroom set, I would be more than happy to help you out with maybe a set of sheets or something like that. So a product could be something. I know that when you buy cars, a lot of times they might throw in some extra floor mats for the cars, something like that, so you can throw in product. There's also some more things you can do, a couple more ideas I got for you here. But before I do, I want to talk to you about what's going on. Got this book called What I've Learned from Attending Over 35 Indy 500s, and let me tell you something, it's a great graduation gift for the people walking out of high school and college. I mean, it's got life lessons in there, things they're going to need to know to be successful in life in this book. So it's good for that. You got Father's Day coming up. What father doesn't like stuff that revolves around sports? And this not only revolves around sports, but what I've learned from attending over 35 Indy 500s actually gives you lessons in sales, motivation, management, in life and motivation, and life in general. It's a great book. It's selling very well. We're actually on the heels of it becoming a national bestseller. It's just flying off the shelves. You can get it at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, Amazon.com, or you can get it by going to my website, thejeffcowan.com, thejeffcowan.com. thejeffcowan.com. So get online, get that, and watch here over the next 6 to 12 weeks. We're also going to have this book available with an audiobook where I read it to you, which is kind of cool. And you can also get it on your tablet if you like. We've also got this book over here for those of you that are not in sales, or maybe you're in sales, you want a career change. Write Service, Write Your Own Paycheck. It's a path to show you how to make $100,000. That has a 10-hour video program that goes with it. You just go to thejeffcowan.com, see what we have. We're going to help you out. Enough of the commercials. Let's get back to this. We're talking about how to get a deal when you can't really give anything else off the price. And my motto is, don't lower the price, increase the value. And you know, before you even start to negotiate price, many times somebody will say, can I take more off? And I'll just say no, and they push me, and I say no, and they push me more, and I say no, and then I say, I really can't take anything off, but I could do this. So sometimes they don't even have to give any money off, and I do one of these things that we've talked about, like give more time, give more product, or here we go now, number 3, maybe you give some form of bonus content. Now again, I'm in the training business, so somebody might call up and offer one of my programs, and maybe to entice them if they want money off to get into another program. I can't believe I'm telling you this, depending on how much they're buying, because it all has to do with volume too, right? I might throw in another trainer that I'm associated with, some of their content or more of my content. Let's say you're working at a place like Best Buy, or a place that sells warranties, a stereo shop or something like that. You might maybe throw in a warranty to seal the deal or the like. And then finally, number 4, and this is the one that I probably use the most, and that is more partner perks. If you can, and you're in a situation, you're selling a product where you're partnering with people, and you like to use that word, it's a very popular word right now, you can offer more partner perks. For example, you might tell somebody, hey look, I'll tell you what I'll do. I really can't do anything else with the price here, but what I could do is, you've got a great product, you've got a great service, I've got a great big database. So what about if I did an email blast for you advertising your product, saying that we support it? You know, I've got 100,000 people in my database, 10,000, 50,000, whatever it is. I send it out and tell them that I recommend you buy. You could do something like that. You might tell them, look, I really can't do any more, but what I would do is, I do my own email blast. I'd be more than happy to put your name as a partner down there for a limited amount of time, saying that you're one of our partners and we recommend your product. This stuff has a lot of value to a lot of people, because the idea in any sale with any product is to get your name out there. And that's 2 ways to help somebody get their name out there. I love it when people offer me that stuff. I mean, access to somebody's database, are you kidding me? Another thing you might say is you might offer them, you know, part of a data package or something like that, like maybe texting or whatever. So again, if you get into that corner where they're asking for something off, even before you start to negotiate, increase the value instead of lowering the price. Don't lower the price, increase the value. If you've already gotten to a point where you've negotiated down on the price and you can't go any further, don't lower the price, increase the value. And again, ways to do that is maybe offer more time when it's appropriate, offer more product. And I mean, there's so many ways you can go with that with product, depending on what your product is. You can offer bonus content, which may be bonus content. My line of work might be just more training materials. Your line of work, it might be an extended warranty, or maybe extend the warranty a little bit further. So bonus content. And then finally, number 4, maybe more partner perks. And this is one people really like. Again, you offer to do maybe an email blast for their product, saying that you endorse it, that you'll put their symbol or whatever, their brand at the bottom of the email blast that you do for a certain amount of time. Lots of value there, or maybe some data stuff. So again, if you've been having that problem, this is one solution that will help you not only look good, but it will help you hold on to more gross profit, and it will help you close more deals than you're closing right now if you're running into that objection. I promise it. Try it. Don't lower the price. Increase the value. Hey, my name's The Jeff Cowan, coming to you from thejeffcowan.com. I appreciate you joining me today. I look forward to you coming back next week, because, man, I've got another great message for you. But between now and next week, here's what I want you to do. Same thing as always. I want you to go out and find as many prospects as you can. I want you to tell them about your product, why it's so great. Get them so excited they want to buy your product, and then you collect a whole bunch of commission, and you go live the lifestyle that you so deserve, because between now and next week, that is exactly what I'm going to do. I do it every day. See you next week. Take care.